Here, their gestation period is 7 months, and their threat is loss of habitat. Now they eat fruits, leaves, insects, eggs, and small vertebrates. They come from Malaysia and Indonesia. They come from the tropical hill forests or the lowland forests, and they live up to 25 to 30 years in the wild. Okay, so this is a tortoise. I'm not sure what kind of tortoise. It might be a sulcata tortoise or a leopard tortoise, but I don't know. But the thing I like about this is that they're mixing the species. Is that they're putting a tortoise inside with these birds. So it looks nice. It's cohabiting species together. It's a thing that you see quite often nowadays in zoos. Now these are blue and yellow macaws, and the thing that I like about them is that they're very interactive. They're smart birds. Some people even do tricks with them. As you see, they look very colorful. And they're called blue and yellow macaws because they're blue and yellow. The top part is blue, the bottom is yellow.
They can talk.
How about you say? Hello.
He's doing some tricks. Okay, so here we have the Flemish giant rabbit. As you see, this rabbit is huge. I've never seen a rabbit that big. Like literally, have you seen a rabbit this big? I've seen small bunnies and stuff, but this thing is huge. This is the largest one I've ever seen. I mean, just look at it. It's huge. And here we have the domestic goats. And they're just chilling out and relaxing. Now goats are not type of my animal, but I think they're quite fascinating in some ways because of those horns as well. Okay, so here we have 14 hedgehogs. That's a lot of hedgehogs because it's quite surprising. This enclosure looks nice for the hedgehogs. As you see, that one's quite active. The rest are just relaxing over there, as you see. So yeah, hedgehogs, they're cool. And now here we have guinea pigs, as you see. Now, did you know there's also a type of guinea pig with no hair? It's called the skinny pig. Now you see, these are ring-tail lemurs. Now, this is the lemur you see in the movie Madagascar, and these are the lemurs that you mostly see in zoos. But the thing about these lemurs is that they're very active. It's like hard to handle them. Now, in case you guys didn't know, these are river otters, and they make a very high-pitched communicational voice, if that's how you say it. Anyways, it's pretty high-pitched. You see? Listen. Now this is a false gharial, and in case you didn't know, this is like the false gharial, like it imitates the look of a gharial. These guys come from parts of like Southeast Asia, whereas the real gharial comes from parts of India. Oh, look how cool. Now these things look like
Monitor lizard.
They look like little baby monitors. And in case you didn't know, this is a hippopotamus enclosure, so I'm not sure. Maybe they're cohabitating or... Now these are South American capybaras. Now the thing that's pretty sad, that makes me bummed out, is that green anacondas will eat these in the wild. But I think they're a pretty cool looking animal, is that they're the largest rodents on Earth. Like a buffalo, and the thing is that they eat leaves and dry grasses. They come from South and Southeast Asia. They come from grassy terrains, and they live 30 years on average. Now these are Malayan sun bears, and the thing I like about them is that for me they look cool, and their color as well. Oh, he just dropped something. That was not cool. Oh, he's going down. He's going down. You see, he's going down. He's trying to figure out. Nope, he just goes back in. Now this is a tapir, and those are some deers over there. Right, we have some deers over there. So as I told you, see, the zoos are kind of cohabiting the species together in the same environment. As I said just now with the tortoise and the parrots. Now these are agile wallabies. Now the thing that's fascinating about them is that they look like kangaroos. See, they stand on 2 feet, they have that tail, they have the fur. They look quite similar, but in reality, they're not kangaroos. They're just wallabies, agile wallabies. Now these are Malayan porcupines, and they have a few types of porcupines. I think the only ones I know are the African porcupines and the Malayan porcupines. Anyway, they look quite cool. As you see, they kind of look like rodents with spikes on their backs. And here we are at my favorite place in the zoo, the reptile house, starting over there with the giant Aldabra tortoise. Now these guys are actually parallel evolution with the Galapagos Island tortoise, but the thing is they just come from different parts of the world, but they look so similar. Now this is a mangrove snake. Now these guys have the cat-eyed pupils, that means they're nocturnal, and they're only one of a few colubrids that are actually venomous. Isn't that cool? Now this is another example in this zoo of cohabiting species together. As you see, we got tortoise over there, and we got the Asian water monitor, third largest lizard in the world after the crocodile monitor and the Komodo dragon. Now these guys come from Southeast Asia, and they're meat eaters, and they look pretty cool. They look like a miniature dinosaur. Rat snake. As you see, this guy's pretty active. He is super energetic. I don't know where he got that energy from. Maybe he's just happy to see a bunch of people in here. This is a green tree python. Now they're this arboreal python, and as you see, they look absolutely amazing. But they're kind of a more display animal, not a handling animal. Now this is a red-tailed green rat snake. Now this is a colubrid. It's a rat snake, but they're not venomous, hopefully. This is a yellow anaconda, and as you see, these things are not man-eaters. These things are known for eating whatever they eat in the wild, but there's never been one case in history, or hopefully, of any yellow anaconda eating humans. This is a Burmese python, not any Burmese python, an albino Burmese python. Now, Burmese pythons are one of the gentle giants of pet snakes, and they are quite chill and pretty tame. Now here we have another Burmese python, but instead of being an albino, it is a granite Burmese python, so you don't have that yellow color or the red eyes. It just looks like a cool snake though. Now this is an albino reticulated python, but to be honest with you, this is the largest reticulated python I've seen in my life. I mean, just look at how big it is. It is so large. Now this is a clouded monitor lizard. Now the reptile we wanted to record before this was a king cobra, but we couldn't really see it and catch it on camera. But we could catch the clouded monitor lizard. Now it looks pretty cool. It looks decent for its size, and it looks like a nice lizard. Now this is a calico reticulated python. Now I don't know what a calico reticulated python is, but this is one of the best reticulated pythons I've ever seen in my life. Just like the albino one, that was the biggest one I've seen, and this is the best one I've seen. Now this is a normal Burmese python, the ones that you see in the wild. So other than looking at the green color more, you can see what they look like in the wild. Now this is a dog-toothed cat snake. Now I never really know what the snake is. I don't know the facts other than me thinking it's a colubrid. Now, I'm not sure if you see it properly, but this is a blood python. These guys come from Southeast Asia, especially Malaysia and the country I'm living. Now, I've never seen a blood python in real life. I know you can't really quite see it on camera, but if I could see it, it would be better. Hold on, I'm going to show you another view of it in a few seconds. This is a red-tailed boa, one of the coolest boas, I think, and they look pretty cool. These guys come from South America. Now this is an albino boa constrictor. I've never seen any albino boa in real life except in TV, but this thing is a cool thing to see in real life. Now this is a Wagler's pit viper, and these guys are venomous because they're a viper, and they look pretty cool. Now these are sailfin dragons. These guys come from Indonesia, Southeast Asia, and they look pretty cool. They eat fruits. Now that sail on their tail, it kind of reminds me of a Spinosaurus, and it looks pretty cool, to be honest. Now this is the shot from the other angle of the blood python. Now it's kind of not the best shot, to be honest with you, but this is all I could do. Now this is a Cuvier's dwarf caiman, the smallest crocodilian, and this is a warning for you. If you think the smallest crocodilian is suitable as a pet, that is false. There is no doubt that these things are cool, but they are not pets. Now this is a spectacled caiman. As I said, like the Cuvier's caiman, these are not pets. Now this thing can get even bigger than the Cuvier's dwarf caiman, but still not pets. Now this is an African dwarf crocodile, one of a few dwarf crocodiles that I know of. Now I showed you the dwarf caiman, but these are dwarf crocodiles, they're different. That's a cool animal. Oh wait, actually I was wrong about the albino reticulated python being the biggest one I've seen. I regret what I said just now. This thing is absolutely way bigger. The actual biggest one for now that I've seen. And you can see the iridescence on the thing over there. You see the iridescence? Well, you might not be able to see it on camera, but if you were here in real life, you would see it a bit. Now this is an estuarine crocodile, but I'm not sure about the facts about this crocodile, but this should be the largest crocodile I've ever seen. This is even larger than that false gharial we've seen a few minutes ago. Now this is an Asian brown tortoise. As you see, that thing is drinking water. Now, fun facts about these tortoises is that, you know how we use our mouths to drink? Yeah, these tortoises, instead, they put their nostrils in the water and then they use it like a straw. That's how they drink water. Now we just exit the reptile house. That was pretty amazing, to be honest. Now here we actually have a lesser mouse deer, which might be somewhere in the enclosure, but for some reason I can't see it. Here. These are flamingos, but as you see, the white flamingos are what you call the greater flamingos, whereas the pink ones are what you call the Caribbean flamingos. And then we have some accompanied with some storks, some ibises. Now see, this is called cohabiting. Again, we've seen many cohabiting enclosures in here, and now this is another one. I'm not sure if it'll be the last or final. Who knows? Maybe there'll be more. Now this is the opposite of the lesser mouse deer, the greater mouse deer. This time we actually found it rather than that lesser mouse deer, which we couldn't even see at all. Now this is a red-legged cage melon. Now these guys kind of look like wallabies. I'm not sure if they're a type of wallaby, like the agile wallaby we just passed by, but I'm not sure. Who knows? Now this is a Patagonian mara. I think this is a type of wallaby. They kind of look like bunnies, like the giant rabbit we just saw just now. That was absolutely enormous. But I think this is a kind of wallaby. This is a white tiger. Now in case you didn't know, these guys are also excellent swimmers. These are not the Siberian tigers. These are white tigers. We also got another white tiger on the ground over there. There it is. That's the second one. Now these are rhinoceros, also known as rhinos. Now the thing that's bad, this is conservation, is that rhinos are being hunted down just for their horns, and that's not good because now some rhinos are being without horns. like a few of them in here. But the thing is that's nice about these ones is that they have horns. That's a positive thing. And we don't want poaching to happen because that's bad for them. Now here we got the giant chickens, the ostrich. Now ostriches are the largest, the heaviest, and the tallest of all birds. And they kind of look like a big dinosaur. And birds are also the descendants of dinosaurs, which makes birds dinosaurs. And that is the biggest dinosaur we have now. Now this is a dromedary camel. Now the difference between this camel and the other camel is that this one has one hump, whereas the other camel, I don't know what its name is, has two humps on its back. Now this is an African giraffe. Now the thing is that giraffes have very long necks, I'm not sure, but they're definitely tall, very tall. Now this is a cheetah. Now the thing that's unfortunate about these guys is that they are very easy to kill. Lions, spotted hyenas, leopards, all those creatures could easily kill a cheetah. And although this is a fast creature, they could be killed easily. Now this is the Malayan tiger. Just now we show you the white tigers. These ones instead have an orange color, which makes them different. Well, they're still a big cat. And in case you didn't know, tigers are actually bigger than lions. Some people think lions are bigger, which we'll see later a lion. But actually ticers are bigger. This is a lioness, a female lion. Now the difference between male lions and female lions is that males have this mane, which is their hair around their head, whereas females don't have that. And female lions are the ones who hunt for the prey. And a group of lions is called a pride. This is an emu bird. Now, emus are like mini ostriches where they have two legs and they stand up like that, like a dinosaur. Another one of my favorites. These are not as dangerous as the cassowary, but the thing is their vocals is what is interesting. It's like vibrations. You can hear it if you were here with me. This is my favorite bird, the cassowary. I'm not sure if you can be able to see it, but this is actually the most dangerous bird on the planet. Although it might not be the largest like the ostrich, it is still one of the most dangerous. Actually, the most dangerous, as I forgot, because they can kick people. But the thing is that the cassowary is my favorite bird, and I cannot lie, it just looks like a miniature velociraptor. That's what it is. Well, I guess we're done with the zoo tour. Hope you enjoyed today's video.